The topic is slightly different. It's not only medical equipment planning, it's overall planning of the hospital basically. To start with, when we meet the client came up with their ideas like they want to open some hospital in some city for suppose let's say 400 bed. But that is their wishes, their gut feeling. उन्होंने सोचा है, they are working in that field. But generally होता क्या है कि they didn't do any research or survey in practical की actual what all specialties they have to offer in their hospital, how number of beds, what combination they should offer, number of ICU beds, single bed, double bed, to come up on that conclusion, to shape up that design. So we first need to understand the market. Here we come in the picture and we start our working from the first exercise, that is called market feasibility study. So here we what we do, our team being placed on this location, they do survey of that city, they understand the social demographics of the city, the kind of disease pattern exists in that city, what all hospitals, competitions are offering over there, what are the gaps actually, what are the charges which are they are charging for the procedures, and what level of services they are offering. So based on that kind of data, we prepare a report for the client that will give him the insight ki how much bed they have to actually plan and what all specialty they have to focus. Then we start up, after completing this exercise and the consent being made with the client and being jointly agreed on the idea, then we start preparing a medical program for the client. So the medical program is the base document for the complete project. Based out of that medical program, you can say it's medical program, medical planning, or you can say it as service profile. So based out on that, we move further, we move ahead with the design, drawings and everything. So in the medical program, the first step will be, as per that the inputs what we get from that feasibility study, we decide what all departments should be the focused one. So like suppose there is a big gap in the market for neurosurgery or neuro department or cardiac department, so we can focus on that department. And while I am saying that will be a focused department, that will be a center of excellence department, so for that during designing we give them preference to that department. Like starting from the OPD should be very specifically designed. Extra space needs to be given to that department. Might be 2 consultants or 2 rooms can be given to that department. Then the diagnostic services should be designed nearby to that department, so that the patient need extra, they don't need to do extra efforts to get their diagnostics done. So उस तरीके से we design that department as compared to other jo normal specialties what we will be offering over there. There will be even OPD complex, so it can be in single port, it can be in multiple ports. So focus department ko we will give much preference rather than comparing to the other departments. So once we come up with all the specialties, we define the departments, then we define the level of services what we will be offering in that department specifically, like what OPD services, IPD services, what all diagnostic services we will be providing them. So based out of that, next step will be the bed configuration what we design according to these inputs what we are getting from the feasibility study, then all the specialty departments finalization. So suppose it's a 100 bedded hospital, we configure the beds in terms of residential suite, deluxe room, single room, double room, general ward, and that next will be the ICU, high dependency unit, non-census beds, what all departments will be offering to them. So based out on that, we configure the bed configuration. We actually decide on that. Next step will be the number of OTs, what all specialty OTs we will be providing them, like dedicated OT for some specific department like neurosurgery, because there is infection ka again a question hai, so we can't share the neurosurgical operation theater with other departments. So likewise, based out on that, we decide ki kitna bed pe kitna OTs we will be providing to them. Next level will be the diagnostics, what all diagnostic services we will be putting in that hospital along with all of our departments. So उसमें diagnostic में we will provide a list of equipments, what all we will be, because architect needs the complete details before planning. उसको वो space allocation करना है for that department, how much space he will allocate, based down on equipments he will plan accordingly. So we will propose that list of equipments in that. Then other services like kitchen, laundry, what all other areas, then administrative departments, how much space they will be needing, what all sitting arrangements we will be providing. So we cover all these data in that medical program. And once we come in sync with the client, we get it signed off from the client, and we will pass it on to our architect. Then the architect start working on that design, and he propose the space planning according to this medical program to the client. Then again, we discuss with the client and we get it approved from the client, the space program. Then detail good for construction designs, drawings will be prepared according to that, and that next level the construction started. Once the construction been started in a project, the next level service what we will provide is the project advisory. So during the construction phase of the complete hospital, we regularly monitor the project, the construction, the work is going on with sync, the material, the quality of the material, what we have approved is same being used, or there is something, some goof up will not happen from the contractor side. So we will monitor everything, and we will keep the client updated on weekly or fortnightly basis or monthly basis, depending on the size of the project. So this is the next service which we will provide. Now the next part is the commissioning of the hospital. So our exercise will start 6 months prior to the day 0, the day first patient will be admitted in the hospital. So priorly 6 months priorly, we will start this commissioning exercise. In this, our commissioning exercise, our all departments come together. So HR start their working, they finalize the list of manpower, what all will be needed. They start hunting for them. So starting में क्या करते हैं कि we hire the first person, the HR head for the hospital. So that will be hired by us. Then he will start working. He will start looking for the other employees or other team members. So the things will start like from HR, from IT department, from billing department, for schedule of charges. So whatever exercise you can think in the hospital. So during commissioning period, we will complete all the exercises. We will prepare all documents, all SOPs related to the hospital, and in last, then equipment planning, equipment procurement as per that designed medical program. We prepare a list of medical equipments, the 3 or 4 vendors we suggest to the client. We provide them the specification tender for that equipment. Then we float that tender to the market. Then the vendor proposes their equipment. Then we do the negotiation along with the client and release the purchase order for that equipment. The next level will be the deliveries of equipment, and then installation, and then training and handing over to the client basically. So this complete process will take around 6 months. Then once the hospital being commissioned, so our services will be continued for next 3 months as well. So that easily, smoothly transaction will happen. They will get used to their services. The patients start coming in, OPD, IPD, everything, whatever help they might be needing from us. So that 3 months, in that handing over period, we will support them additionally. So, and then that our projects will end. Other than this, we are also being partner with some clients on operation and management basis. Over there, we will be looking after their operations, management, financial, P&L. So everything will come under our jurisdiction in that case. So these are the all activities which we basically on routine basis, which we are doing with our clients. Other than this, the other part is merger and acquisition. That is also our forte. So we are doing that also. Mr. Chaitanya Bedi is heading that department. So for greenfield projects, we provide lands pan India. For brownfield projects, we have clients. उधर से banks के साथ भी हमारे tie-ups हैं. तो generally clients came up and they give us some location कि मुझे इस शहर में कोई अपना hospital लाना है, brownfield existing 100 bedded search for us or 200 bedded. So we do all that kind of stuff, and we have good network throughout the country. So we are doing in this. Other than the other exercise which we are doing the total work, so we are doing for India, we are doing in Nepal also multiple projects. Currently also we have 3-4 projects in Nepal which we are doing right now. And there are other countries as well, African countries. There are some clients which we are under discussion right now. We are not working on that, but we are under discussion. So let me show you one sample of medical program what we generally prepare for a client. Let me show you that. This is one sample, not only sample. This is actually one client presentation which we did for Hyderabad hospital.
Okay.
It was a 400 bedded hospital. So like I said, we start up with the center of excellence, basically the department which will be the focused one. So here the department is, first one is the Institute of Oncosciences. Then the details related to that department: medical oncology, radiation oncology, surgical oncology. Then along with that, there will be a nuclear medicine department. The PET scan, gamma camera will be there. So we also provide some detailed data, little bit on the disease pattern in the country in this specific center of excellence department. Then the next one is Institute of Neurosciences, which cover up with surgical program, neurointervention, neurology, electrophysiology, then critical care, then neuro anesthesia, pain medicine, OPD services. The next department we propose for them is Institute of Cardiac Sciences, which includes surgical program, cath lab, non-invasive cardiology, EP study, and critical care. Next one is Institute of Gastrosciences. Then joint replacement is also, actually this is the 400 bedded, so it's a big setup. So there multiple departments, multiple specialties are there. So then next one is organ transplant, so bone marrow transplant, kidney, liver. Then next step is defining level of services department wise. So likewise, neurology, so there will be OPD, there will be dedicated neuro lab, IPD services will be there, dedicated neuro intensive care support will be provided with the help of critical care specialists. So we define all these things in this level of services department wise. So all departments which we are offering to them are being covered here and the details being captured in level of services. So the next is, like I said, bed distribution. So here, this is 400 bedded hospital, so non-critical beds would be 220 beds which we have proposed over there. Then the presidential suites, total 3 number, then labor room suites was 5, single deluxe 20 single rooms, then twin sharing rooms, then general wards, then economy ward also as well, then isolation room, then the other daycare beds like chemotherapy, radiation onco daycare, then dialysis, endoscopy, then critical care beds, total number of ICUs, department-wise, medical neuro ICU was shared in this, then isolation, then again another surgical ICU, trauma ICU, CCU, CTVS, transplant, BMT transplant dedicated separately, NICU, PICU, HDU, pre-post, so in and emergency trials. So the total number of beds are being distributed in these specific departments. The next detail will be the operation theatre. So total 15 operation theatre was proposed in this hospital. So someone are dedicated without sharing, like onco surgery, then cardiac, then neurosurgery, then general urology, orthopedics, general surgery shared one, organ transplant specific dedicatedly. The organ transplant OTs will be interconnected with each other because one OT will be used for the donor and one OT will be used for the recipient. Then C-section OT, then labor rooms, the total number of cath labs, one cath lab dedicated for neurointervention, 2 for cardiology, then linear accelerator, 2 bunkers for that, 1 bunker for PET scan, brachy, gamma camera, gastroenterology suites. So these all OT departments are style departments which are being proposed. Then the next one is the OPD details. So total number of OPDs, department wise, sharing wise. So all details are being captured here because architect needs this complete details to plan the hospital basically. Then next one is preventive health checkup. That area what exactly we will be requiring for preventive health checkup dedicatedly separately. So we give that detail to them. Then other services, blood bank, dialysis, physiotherapy, emergency, whatever, all departments are being proposed. Then diagnostic service details, it will capture the diagnostic equipments basically for that the architect need to plan the spaces for the that specific equipments. So we capture that thing in this table basically, department wise. So the all imaging, MRI, CT, X-ray, ultrasounds, what all actually rooms we will be requiring for that. Then pulmonology, then orthopedic, gastro, obs, what laboratory. So the detailing thing being done here. तो यहाँ पे तो न्यूरो rehabilitation also was proposed for with robot assisted gates training system. So this is actually one of the high end equipment. Then the other support services, which all we will be providing, like kitchen, laundry, mortuary, CSST, chemist, shops, number of shops, areas where it has to be proposed, professional area development, auditorium, biomedical waste department, ambulances, staff cafeteria, visitor cafeteria, doctor lounge, stores. So all department, then administration area details, what all chambers will be requiring, rooms will be requiring, like for FD, for chairman, for MD, for manager finance, MS, nursing, HR, procurement. So all details are being finalized. Once being finalized, once it gets signed off from the client, then we will pass it on to the our say this architect. So that will be the total overall activity what we will be doing in this.